Okay, so in this sample video, I took the contrast from a 7 to a 2. I actually went all the way in the other direction because I didn't like the fact that the ground was all blown out. So what happens is when you do that, when you go to the other side of the, in terms of contrast, you lose pretty much all that shadow detail that you saw in the last video. But what you gain back is all the detail in the ground that is lost, that's all blown out because the contrast is too high. So I guess it kind of depends on what you want. If you want shadow detail, you're going to have to lose all the detail in the rest of the scene on the ground. But I prefer this in terms of just an HD image versus an FPV image. Obviously, that's the thing with these settings is it changes both what you see in the goggles and also the video that's recorded um, on the SD card. So yeah, fortunately, I don't think there's a way for them to have two different sets of settings, one for the FPV feed and one for the HD videos. So you're gonna have to pick and choose what you want in terms of the settings. And for me, I would want a better recording, and I can live with a worse FPV feed if I can get a better HD recording. The other thing I changed here is I lowered the sharpness to 0. Some people suggested that. I think it was like 2 or 3 before, and taking it all the way to 0 does create a softer image. I think you can sharpen that up in post, but a lot of the digital artifacting and pixelation seems to have gone away now that the sharpness is at 0, so I think that's pretty good. But I did also bump up the exposure to -0.3 from -0.7, so might want to lower that back down again to -0.7, not sure. Also, I believe the saturation is about the same as before, so now that I've adjusted the contrast, I think you could probably adjust the saturation if you want a flatter image and lower that even more. Although I think if you don't want to do any post processing in terms of like grading the video, this level of saturation is probably going to be good enough. It kind of reminds me of the RunCam 2 or something like that. Not quite as nice as ProTune on the GoPro, of course, but it kind of gives you that feel. Not too bad for a $65 camera.